Now, to begin, I would like to say greeting to His Excellency, Dr. Niparom, all the judges and all the attendees. I am Jin Desa and I'm here to perform a speech about emergency airways assistance. Now, to start my topic, I have one question for everyone. Have you ever got choked on your food while you're eating alone? Anyone? Okay, I see that some of us have. But we cough things out as soon as we choke, right? Yeah. Well, guess what? Being able to cough when you're choking is a good thing. And what you don't want to do in that situation is you don't want to suppress your cough, actually. And by doing that, it's not going to help you with anything. It's only going to make things worse by leading to complete obstruction of your airways, which can make it impossible for you to breathe. And some of us suppress our cough when they're choking because they think it's table etiquette. And no, we don't want to do that. That's not the right thing to do. So, however, there can also be a situation when you're choking, or you're alone, you're choking, and then you can't cough and you can't breathe. Even if you wanted to. Sounds miserable, right? Yeah? So, how will you save yourself in that situation? As you know, like, being unable to breathe for a certain period of time can lead to harmful consequences, right? So, anyone know how to save themselves in that moment? Okay, I see that most of us don't know. So, I would like to give you some instructions of what to do just in case you encounter such situation like that. Well, the first thing and the most important thing you want to do in that situation when you're choking is that you don't want to panic. It may sound impossible, but try your best not to panic, because the more you panic, the more air you're going to breathe in through your mouth, and it's not going to help you with anything. It's only going to push the food further into your trachea or your airways. So, and the second thing you want to do is you want to find yourself a chair or a counter that is belly height. And then you want to push yourself, bend down a little, and then you want to push yourself right here, right below the ribs and above the belly button. And you want to push as hard as possible over and over, repeat the process until the food that is blocking your airways become dislodged. And that's what we can do in order to save your life when you're alone, you're choking, and then you can't cough and you can't breathe. And this process is called as Heimlich maneuver, so you're performing Heimlich maneuver on yourself. And one more question arises. First, I want you to imagine one situation. You're sitting outside, and then you're enjoying whatever you're doing, and then bam! A person next to you started to choke on something. So if you were to be in that situation and you were to be the one to help, how can you help them? That is the question. So I assume that most of us don't know how to save a person when they're choking in that situation. So first, I want you to imagine that the person next to you is a baby, is an infant that is that is below the age of 1. So if that baby is choking, what will you do? So I would like to demonstrate to you about how you can, what you should do in order to save the baby's life. So here you want to put the baby on your hand like this. Use your palm to support the chin and make sure the head and the neck is lower than the torso. You want to do it like this, or you can sit down if you want, and then you need to deliver 5 quick blows right between the infant's shoulder blade. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You want to direct the blow upward toward the baby's mouth. And then if that still doesn't help, you want to turn the baby on its back, and then you want to use 2 of your fingers, and then you want to make 5 quick thrusts and make sure the head and the neck is lower than the torso again. So you want to make 5 quick thrusts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and repeat the cycle over and over until the baby starts coughing. And when it starts coughing, let it cough off the object. So that's how you can save an infant's life. Now, one more thing. What if I say that the person next to you that is choking is not an infant, but an adult that is choking? So what should you do in order to save an adult that is choking? Put them on your hand like so? No. You can't do that, right? So how you can save them is that the most important thing you can do is try to calm that person down. Because when we're choking, we will panic. So try to calm that person down, reassure them that everything is going to be fine, everything is going to be okay, and then if that person still can still cough, then let them cough. Encourage them to cough. Let them cough off the object. But what if that person can't cough, cannot cough? And that is the problem. The problem is right there. So when they can't cough or they can't breathe, it can lead to harmful consequences. So before we go there, I would like to invite our simulated patient on stage a little. So please give him a round of applause, everyone. Okay, so I have my friend right here that agreed to be my simulated patient. So now I want you to imagine that my friend right here is choking on something and then he can't cough and he can't breathe. So what will you do to help that person out, right? So the first thing you want to do is you want to lean them down a little and then you want to clap their back, deliver 5 strong blows right between the shoulder blade of the victim, and then you want to make 5 strong blows, make it as hard as possible, and you want to direct the blow toward the person's mouth instead of doing horizontal blow like this. Don't want to do that. And don't give any water to the patient, to the victim when they are still choking, because that's going to escalating into a worse situation. And if you do 5 strong blows already, but they still didn't cough up haven't coughed up the object, and that is when you perform Heimlich maneuver. So for some of you that don't know how to perform Heimlich maneuver, I'd like to show you, demonstrate to you through my action and my words. So the first thing you want to do is you want to position yourself behind the victim, and then you want to clench one of your hand into a fist like this. And then you want to put your hand right here, right below the ribs and above the belly button, and then cup your other hand or your fist like so, and then you want to do push in and out motion like that. And that is how you can save a person's life. And you want to make sure it's below the ribs and above the belly button. You don't want to risk breaking the rib if you put your fist on the rib. And repeat the process until the patient or the food in the patient's airways become dislodged and or they become unresponsive. But being unable to breathe for a certain period of time will become a person will pass out, right? So how can you save them when they passed out? So this is how you can save them. I would like to show it to you. First, you want to lay that person down a little, and then you want to sit, position yourself right on the person's hip like this, and then you want to put the base of your palm right below the ribs and above the belly button, and you want to push this part of the abdomen against their diaphragm. So you want to repeat the process until you manage to get the object out of their airways, and that is how you can save them. And if the object has been removed from the airways already, but the patient or the victim still cannot breathe, that is when you perform CPR. Do not perform CPR when you didn't or you haven't managed to take the object out of the airway, because it doesn't help you with anything. And so these are some tips that you can use in order to save some people's life when they're choking, when you encounter such situation like they're choking on something and then they can't breathe, they can't cough, and this is how you can save them. Although my speech didn't cover up everything, but I would like to encourage you, if you have some spare times in your hand, I'd like you to do some research about how to save people, like emergency airways assistance or something like that, because by doing so, one day you can have you can have a chance to use this knowledge to save other people's life. And this is the end of my speech. Thank you for your attention.
Ladies and gentlemen, before I start, I would like all of you to tell me any disease that you think that the people nowadays are facing nowadays. Any disease that is in your mind. Hepatitis. Hepatitis, Sam? Okay, thank you very much. Anything else? Lung cancer. Anything else? All right, thank you very much. So there's a lot of diseases that we have the different mindset and the different things in our mind and the people are facing nowadays. And today we're going to discuss more on this topic. But before I start, allow me to say very good morning to His Excellency, the Vice President of International University. Say very good morning to Mr. Kanchan Thien, the head of English department. Honorable judges, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Chun Vachit, a student from the Faculty of Medicine and Pediatrics. Today it is such my privilege for me to be on the stage delivering the speech which goes by the word 3 common health problems that people are facing nowadays. Ladies and gentlemen, after I went through some article and news, I have divided the topic into 3 important main points. The first one, I'm going to talk about how people are reckless of taking care of their health. Second point, I'm going to raise 3 diseases to talk about. And the last one, I'm going to talk about how can we reduce the rate of the disease. Before I start, ladies and gentlemen, do you love your health? Yes. Are you sure? Thank you very much. Many of us say, I love my health, but sometimes we do not give so much time in order to focus on our health. We sleep up, we stay up so late, we drink a lot of beer, alcoholism, we consuming the sugary, we do so much activity that is not good for our health. Sometimes those activities affecting our health. Ladies and gentlemen, moreover, we do not do a regular checkup, just like I have mentioned in my second speaking. Honorable Chachi, most of us already know have the disease in our mind, but some of us do not know what is the facing problem that we are facing nowadays. Now, I'm going to let you know about 3 diseases that I think that is the main problem and of the health disease. Ladies and gentlemen, when you wake up in the morning, what is the first thing that you touch? Water? Okay, so healthy, water. Okay. What about anybody else? What do you touch is the first thing? Phone, okay. Lots of people nowadays, we touching our phone, scrolling the social media. Wow, what is new today? It's 6 o'clock in the morning. 1 hour before school, just going to TikTok. Oh my God. Last night there was an accident, the car accident. I was so sad. Oh, there's a shooting crime on the Facebook, on the internet. I'm so sad. Ladies and gentlemen, that is we call the vicarious traumatized. The vicarious traumatized is when you see the picture, hearing the voice, and also you are hearing the voice, seeing the video or the picture, which can traumatize your mind. When you allow all those things to traumatize your mind, it makes you upset. It can change your mood. Even in the morning, it should be the fresh morning, but wake up in the morning and seeing all of that, seeing that people, blood, seeing the accident, all of that come to your mind. Have you ever seen that thing on the internet, everybody? Yeah, do you feel upset? Feel upset, so upset. So you allow those things to come into your mind, to traumatize your mind. What you can do, you need to limitation those kinds of things. I do not say that you should not aware of the incident or those things happen in your life. But when it comes too much in our mind, we change the negativity. Sometimes you just feel like I live in an unsafe world. I feel like everybody is so dangerous. I don't want to be involved with everybody because seeing too much. Before bed, you're seeing the phone again or those pictures. You might have the nightmare. Ladies and gentlemen, set your screen limitations. First of all, set your screen limitation and you need to seek out. You need to only like or share something that is very useful for you. And you need to be aware of that as well. For the second disease that I'm going to raise today is all about one of the problems that we heard in my second round. But before I do that, I would like all of you to listen to one audio. I will let my friend to play it now. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. After you heard this news, how do you feel? Sad. Thank you very much, very sad. Do you think consuming sugary causes the diabetes type 1, everybody? Do you think that consuming the sugary causes you the diabetes? Another about churches, do you think drinking a lot of sugary causes you diabetes type 1? Yes? Actually, no, ladies and gentlemen. When we think about diabetes, the first thing that we think of is sugary. But in fact, not all the diabetes caused by sugary. If we're talking about the diabetes, we have three types of diabetes. We have diabetes type 1, diabetes type 2, and diabetes type 3. The news that you just listened is a diabetes type 1. It's not caused by the sugary drink, but it caused by the genetic. From the parent. The secondly is the environment factor. Lastly is the formula. Formula for the baby when they drink the milk. The baby is just born and you give the formula to the baby to drink the milk immediately. So that's a high risk of cause the diabetes type 1. So that's why many doctors try to encourage all the patients to give the breastfeeding. The baby breastfeeding. When the mother gives the breastfeeding to the baby, it's more healthier and it's not cause the diabetes type 1 as well. And you might wondering, oh, you say that sugary did not cause the diabetes type 1. So what sugary that cause, what type of the diabetes that sugary cause? Ladies and gentlemen, it's type 2. When you drink a lot of sugary, consuming a lot of sugary drink, it causes type 2. See the confusion? Many people when talk about the diabetes, we think only the sugary, but we have the diabetes type 1 as well. When we consuming a lot of sugary, that is the time when the insulin produce the insulin in our body less than the sugary that we contain. So it gives us even more unhealthy life. Ladies and gentlemen, we seem to be very, very upset when we see the advertisement of the beer. We see the advertisement of alcohol. The beer everywhere. I am so upset. I don't want the banner of the beer. But we seem to be all right when we see the advertisement of the soft drink. Do you know what? WHO, World Health Organization, have reported that 422 million people around the world have diabetes. And 1 million people die every year. That's one of the most concerning things. But we only focus about the beer, the alcoholism, but we forget about the sugary. Do you think you say anything when you see the soft drink advertisement? It seems to be okay. Oh, vanilla. Oh, there's a lot of things more sugar drink because I love doing that. But in fact, it's caused you a lot of disease as well. Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever heard about the phrase when they say life is short? Yeah. People say life is short. But do you know that some people try to make it shorter? And they start to smoke the cigarette. When you're smoking the cigarette, even here they're written like smoking cigarette cause lung cancer. Oh, I don't care, just smoke it. When life is already short, but you try to make it shorter, ladies and gentlemen. And that is very cause a lot of disease for our lung. When we talk about lung cancer, we think about how we breathe because lung help us breathe peacefully. One of the major that cause the lung cancer is the air pollution. Many of us staying in the city, we use the transportation, which is the gasoline. That cause a lot of quality of the air is even lower, and that cause a lot of lung disease as well. Ladies and gentlemen, if you think about the cigarette, you might wondering, oh, cigarette it smell bad. Young kids don't really like the smell of the cigarette. That's why some factory produce this one, vape and Joes. You see the news that even the primary kids use this one, everybody? I think in the future, doctor will very busy about the lung cancer because many students now using this. And they think, oh, I'm using this, I'm not get addiction. Maybe, ladies and gentlemen, this contains the nicotine as well. And that gives you even more addictions into it. When you think, okay, I smoke today, I can have the different smell, I have the different flavor, but in the end of the day, this is what the lungs look like. This is the lung of the smoker looks like. Do you want this lung, everybody? No, okay. When we're talking about the smoker, not only the smoker that get affected by the smoke, also the people around them. the people around them. And you might say, I don't smoke, but do you think your brother smoke? Have you ever observed your brother? Do you think your family smoke? Do you think your friends smoke? Because some people get the affection indirectly. I smoke, my friend get the lung disease as well, because indirectly. Ladies and gentlemen, we love our health. I want all of you to take the power to control your health. I want all of you to take the moment in order to take care of your health before the doctor have the responsibility to take care of your health. Take care of your body, take care of your lung, take care of your mental health before you give the responsibility to the doctor. Ladies and gentlemen, be healthy, be good for your life, have a brighter future. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
So on the behalf, I would like to show my respectation to His Excellency Dr. Neborong, Vice President of International University. Good morning, Mr. Kanjan Thun, Head of Department of English. Good morning, Professor, judges, staff team management, presenter and audience who are participating here. As you already know, my name is Sokratana, the sophomore of medical doctor and the junior of Bachelor of English. So today, there is my great honor to present you with the sexual health problem. To go straight to my point, I would like to divide it into the three main points. For the first one, it refers to the definition. The second one is the cause of the sexual health problem. And the last but not least is the prevention from the sexual health problem. So if I talk or if I focus on the sexual health, according to the WHO, sexual health is the state of physical, mental, emotional, and the social well in the sexual relation. And it requires the positive and the respectful due to the sexuality and the sexual relationship. But if you're looking back through to the sexual health problem, it's gonna be the sexually transmitted disease or the sexually transmitted infection, which is the transmitted parasites through to having the sexual contact, which are the oral and the anal sex. So for the main cause of the sexual health problem, it's gonna be the education. Everybody in here, have you ever feel shy or ever feel embarrassment when you talk about the sexual health education? Of course, Sam here, because most of Cambodian people believe that talking or discussing about the sexual health problem or sexual health education is the informal thing in the public. Not only many of people even talk or discuss about it inside their family and also with their friends. So that's why they don't even know how to prevent themselves from the disease, and also it can lead to increase the highest amount of the sexually transmitted disease. Second point, some people take the sex action as the having for fun. Most of them can be take those that to release the stress. That I confirm that sex action can be release stress, but if you take it as your habit, I don't recommend for that. When you having sex, it leads that you having many partners, so you don't even know or you don't even notice that when you are got the infection from who. And one more thing, that when you're having sex, you can that lead to use the some of drug which to help or to support your relaxing, also to increase the emotional of having sex. So that some kind of drugs such as the cocaine, crystal methamphetamine, or the GHB, or the one of popularity in our country is the PARP, which is can damage our brain, also the respiratory, also the heart, or in all the organs inside our body. For the last point is gonna be the having sex in the young age. Having sex in the young age can be increased the highest amount of the sexuality transmitted infection also. And one more thing, the teenage girl which having sex in a young age, she will be unexpected for the unwanted pregnancy. Everybody in here, just imagine that one girl carrying the pregnancy during the high school. How does she feel? How does she think about it? I have two options. For the first one, she keep the baby. The last, she will do abortion. Raise your hand if you think that she keep the baby. No? Raise your hand if you think that she will abort the baby. I think we have the same mind. After the abortion, most of them will be caused with or will be with the some of side effect, which is the pelvis infection, which the bacteria in their vagina or the cervix can enter through to the uterus and it become infection. One more thing is the heavy bleeding, which is caused by the incomplete abortion. And for the last, it's going to be the cut or torn the cervix, which is caused by the open of the uterus when you do the abortion. So how to prevent it? First thing you need to be is be open-minded person for the sex education. Set your mind to be positive, to be think that, oh, I absorb the knowledge, and I share the knowledge what I have already absorbed. Second, be honest with your partner. When you contend the infection disease inside your body, such as the HIV, also the gonorrhea, also the chlamydia, you can tell them straight, talk to them. Oh, I contain the disease, I have the disease. Just tell them. For who is uninfected, they will find a way to protect themselves by using the condom or also using the some of drugs such as the doxycycline to prevent the chlamydia or also the gonorrhea, which by this 40% to 66%. For the some drug that is the most popularity in our country is the PrEP, that we can also get it from the National Hospital or at the National Organization, which can prevent the HIV virus. For the last thing is for the teenager, don't be hurried try to having sex in your young age, because it's not suitable during your age for showing the should responsibility as a mother or father. So I would like to sum up my presentation like that. Having sex problem is according to your experience. I mean, it's related to what you have already done. So thank you for your paying attention and enjoying my presentation. Wish you good luck.
First of all, I would like to pay my high respect to His Excellency, judges, teachers, and all participants here. My name is T. Sochavi, the last speaker of today's competition. And for today's speaking contest, I'm very excited that I can stand on the stage and present all of you guys here one interesting topic and one of the topics that we should understand. So, my topic for today is depression that old people have. Normally, we know the word depression, and we understand, also used to hear, to learn, to do research about the word depression. But what I want to talk about today is depression that normally old people have. So today, I will divide all of you guys 3 points related to my topic. So for the first point is, what is depression? And what is depression that old people have? So depression is a kind of disease that affected to our mind, the way we think, the way we do as well. And for the second point, I would like to tell all of you guys and provide you the reason why old people have depression. And for the last point, I would like to divide and tell all of you, if you think that your parents or old people that you know have depression, what should you do, or how can you solve those problems? So let's move on to the topic for the second point. Why and what are the reasons that cause old people to have depression? There are many kinds of depression. The word depression is only the big group, but in that group, there are small points inside it. You know, depression that old people have, there are many points, such as loss, loneliness, or feeling hopeless, and many more. So you guys might think, oh, I think depression, people have depression no matter what age they are, but you are confusing with this point. There are many kinds of depression. You know, according to my research, according to WHO, the World Health Organization, nowadays there are 14% of all people that have kind of depression such as loneliness, like lost or hopeless. So what the reason that cause or make them to have this kind of depression? Have you ever feel like, oh, today your mother, your parent work a lot, and they feel like so stressed? You know, we might think that, oh, they just tired of their work, but take a look closer. You know, they also have kind of depression as well because they feel so lonely, they feel so hopeless, they feel so tired. And there are many more reasons that cause old people to have depression as well, such as hopeless. Why? Why they feel hopeless? There are many old people nowadays and all around the world that feel hopeless because of what? You know, some old people, they don't have children. Or some people, they have children, but their children get married. So they live at different house. So how do they feel? So sad. I miss my kid. I miss my baby. I want to live with them. I feel so lonely. I need the warm feeling from my kid as well. So that's why those reasons cause old people to feeling hopeless, to feeling so lonely, and that will develop to depression. This is the different reason between depression that young people have, adult, also old people. It's different, not the same at all. And there are more reasons that also can cause old people to have depression. Example, because of their work. You know, there are many old people, when they get old, the more they get old, they will have depression. But they don't know that they have depression. But we can understand and take a look closer that, oh, they have depression. So let me ask you guys one question. Have you guys ever feel so tired, like don't want to talk with mom or don't want to talk with dad because they are so annoying? Why? Mom, you ask me the same question over again and again. You know, old people like to blame you, like to ask you the same question over again and again. For example, my mom, I met her five minutes ago, and she asked me, have you eaten right yet? And I answered, already, yes. And after 5 more minutes, she asked me again. So how do I feel? I feel like, Mom, why you ask me the same question again and again? I feel so stressed. I get angry with my mom. But I don't know that the reason why she asked the same question again and again, because she worried about her daughter. Did she eat? Are you okay? Are you all right? I don't even think of those reasons, and I just get angry with my mom. And sometimes they feel so stressed with their work, and they have angry issues. I think not all, because I don't know, because we live in different houses, but I think some of the students here also have experienced that their parents blame us or blame you guys. For example, in one sentence in Khmer, my mother used to blame me or used to curse me like, and that reason and those sentences hurt me. But we don't know. I just get angry with my mom. Mom, why you curse me like this? Mom, why you ask me a lot like this or like that? We don't even understand about those reasons. But those reasons are the reason that we can understand that she has depression. It's kind of difficult to understand about this topic because we need to take a look closer and try to understand about our parents, right? Okay. And for the last point, I would like to tell all of you and provide all of you, if you think that your parents have depression or your parents are very stressful or have kind of depression that old people normally have, so what should we do? For the first point is understanding. Try to understand about your parents. They try to understand about you. When you can't even speak, they try to understand about you. But why you can't try to understand about your parent. Try to understand about each other. Try to forgive each other and understand that, oh, today my mom is tired, so I have to make her happy. There are many reasons that such a children, such a student can make our parent proud and our parent happy. Try to study. Do good things. You know, when you are a good person, how do your parents feel? Happy. For example, if their daughter or their son use drugs, how do they feel? Happy? No, so sad. And you know, they sacrifice everything for all of you guys to have money to study at a good school. And many more reasons they sacrifice even their life. So why just the word understand about your parent? You can't do it. You can do it. The reason that we can live each other long time is to understand. If we don't try to understand about each other, how can we live together, right? I think many of you might think like, oh, why I raise up this sample? I raise up this sample because it's related to the topic. I just want all of you guys to understand about old people. Because sometimes we don't even think that they have depression. We just think that, oh, they are old. They like to speak again and again, non-stop, so stressed. I don't want to talk with them. I don't understand. And I don't want to live with them. But you have to understand that some people have depression. So for today's competition, I just want to provide all of you the reason and want all of you out here to understand about depression that old people have. It's might difficult because sometimes we don't even understand about it. But take a look closer and try to understand about our parents or old people, because sometimes they can have depression, but they don't even know by themselves that they have depression. Thank you.